Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today we are here again to evaluate another project. This time is AuraFit first release, and the first thing I notice is similar to other projects, and that is they're using the same template, but this time they're doing something right. So the first thing is that the input field, as you can see here, you can type things, and then you don't know what you're typing about. Okay, and in the case of the password, there's no toggle to show the visibility. So this can be very frustrating for the user. So I would recommend adding a label or something at the left to indicate that this is the username and this is the password along with the toggle. In terms of visuals, it's fine, especially that here they use a primary color and a secondary correctly, because in other application I didn't see that and they use it wrong. So let's go here with creating the username, right? So I will just put test, new password, test, test, and yeah, here you can see the problem I'm talking. And just to be more clear, I will show you just X. So in Twitter, Google, Instagram, whatever, you see that always the name, this is what you should be typing, and you still can see that this is the name, right? And that is a very user-friendly thing to do, and it's very universal because otherwise you have to remember what you have typed. The other thing is the colors. So something that is saturated like this, it means that it's not clickable, but when you fill it, then it's clickable. So in this case, I put test, 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 test to everything. I guess I created the account. It shouldn't allow me to create an account with test, test. Okay, that's not secure at all, but let's dig in. Okay, so just to give some context, this is an application related to doing exercise or checking routine management application. So you can do routines, check iteration, etc., etc. The first thing I noticed is that the interface is fine. You can see very clear the different three areas that the user will um, flow. The thing I'm noticing is that here at the bottom, if you go into catalog, you can see there's a space here, okay? And then you go into routines, the space is not longer there. So that is something that they should fix. In terms of my profile, yeah, this is something made very fast, okay? Then let's go into the catalog, which are the main stuff. You have a filter of the different exercise depending of if it is from the zone you're wanting to exercise. Okay, so here a very nice touch they added is a GIF showing what are you doing here. Okay, but then the bad thing is that there's no back button and it kind of lacks some context. So I will maybe put the back button here at the top, then the title, crunch, abdominal, and then apps as a subtitle, and then the image, and then the description. Okay, probably this is something that they're still thinking to do, or they will add later, is that they'll add something like beginner level, middle level, or um, expert level, so it's much clearer what you should do for each of the levels. Okay, especially considering that, of course, this is the things that you can be doing, but at the same time, it's really interesting to know as a beginner how many you should do. Okay, and same for the others. Inside routines, it's basically some already prepared routines with a set of exercises that you have to do. So one thing you just notice, routing of pecho, And as you can see, this is group inside something. So the user knows that, okay, all of these are related to this routine. Okay, but in this case, no, it should appear at the top. The only problem here is that you're missing some context, right? Because you're in routines. The moment you click on start, kind of lose where you are, or how do you can you get into the main menu unless you do this. So it should be important to add some cue to where you are or where can you go back to, right? Like here, you always know where you are, but the moment you go inside something, you don't know. Mm, yeah. So maybe the recommendation is to either have another tab here specifically for the active routines that you want to start, so it's much clearer where you are, or something like that. And that's it. I don't think I have more feedback. Okay. So yeah, that's it for this group. See you. Bye bye.